Okay, so apparently on the FYP today, across this platform, everyone's talking about chopped man epidemic. And there's an epidemic of chopped men. And for those that don't know, chopped men means chopped is like bad, ugly, uninteresting, all of the negative adjectives that you could think of when you're thinking about what you don't like in people. It's really a coded manner in which to bully and put people down and be negative while not getting moderated, right? Because if you say certain words on platforms, that your content gets taken down, and that's where things like unalive comes from, right? So this is just bullied. This is just shorthand for bullying and shorthand for being probably racist on some levels, probably sexist on some levels. All the things that probably the group of people that are always screaming about, body shaming and all that, this is shorthand for that. So let me address chopped man epidemic. And I'm seeing a lot of these posts coming out of Gen Z kids or Gen Z adults. And Gen Z right now is roughly between 13 to 28. You're probably getting some Gen Ys in there, which 29 to 44, something like that. And so both of those cohorts of generation sets are engaging in this, because you're seeing a lot of posts from basically 18 to 45 posting about chopped men. And I'm going to tell you that the epidemic is in expectations, it's in respect, it's in communication. There's an epidemic of communication about what you want from your partner. There's an epidemic of real, honest communication between two people to have a conversation about what you have expectations in the relationship for, what kind of life you want to live, and what kind of life you want to build with somebody. And sadly, I think there's on both sides, both with men and women, there's this reality that settling down right now is a bad idea, having families is a bad idea, getting married is a bad idea, having kids is a bad idea. And I've seen this once before in history. We've all seen this from a certain set of people once before. There's a generation that behaved exactly like this once before. And that generation particularly doesn't have a sterling reputation right now. You might know them as baby boomers. As a Gen X person, this behavior that I'm seeing from people talking about openly and being proud of the fact that they have these ideas about chopped man epidemic. This is the kind of stuff we saw out of baby boomers. You go back, if you lived through it and you saw them in action, here we go again. So is Gen Z going to become the next baby boomer? Lord, I hope not. Lord, I hope not, because we've had enough of that. So we've had enough of that. And if Gen Z are the group of people that are going to pick up the mantle of the baby boomers because they refuse to let go of the wheels of power, and they're going to die with it in their hands. And so it looks like Gen Z are going to be the ones that are going to probably benefit the most from the dying off of the baby boomers. We're going to have yet another generation of ultra self-obsessed, ultra selfish, ultra, lack of empathy, lack of understanding, probably a lack of education or broken education, because, here they are coming up with, not reading, everything's done with AI. I don't know what to say about these folks, but I think this chopped man epidemic is like, forest fire number one, if there already haven't been a long line of forest fires with these folks already. Word to the wise, food for thought. Be well, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, because that ain't it. What I'm seeing with this chop man stuff, that ain't it. Be well.